Let's look at question G, and we'll start with the first sentence. A 90 milliliter tube of toothpaste sells for $2.59. They want to know cost per milliliter, and we'll be dealing with that at the end of the question. So we need to figure out how much this tube of toothpaste is for every 1 milliliter. So what we need to do is we start by writing a fraction. We've got $2.59 is our cost for 90 milliliters of that toothpaste. And that actually just means you punch into your calculator $2.59 divided by 90. So go ahead and punch that into your calculator now, because you want to have practice doing that. When you punch that into your calculator, you find that you get 0.028 and then a bunch of sevens afterwards. Well, in terms of money, right, this is ones, or our $1 column. This is our dime column. This is our penny column. Anything after the penny column doesn't exist in our money. It's less than a penny. So what this 8 is telling us is that we're actually closer to 3 cents than 2 cents. So when we round off that amount per milliliter, we end up with $0.03 per milliliter, or 3 cents per milliliter. The second tube of toothpaste that we look at is larger in size. It's got 170 milliliters in the tube, and it's $3.89. So we go through the same process. We want to know the same thing, how much 1 milliliter costs with that toothpaste. So we take the $3.89 and we divide by 170 milliliters. So $3.89 divided by 170. Go ahead and punch that into your calculator, because you need to practice using your calculator for the EQAO. And we find again that we get this crazy decimal, 0.0228882 dollars per milliliter. And again, we're going to have to consider that, okay, this is our dollar column, this is our 10-cent column, this is our penny column. These numbers aren't even a penny. So we have to figure out if this number after our penny column makes us closer to 2 cents or 3 cents. Because this 2 here is less than a 5, we can say that the amount is closer to 2 cents per milliliter of toothpaste in this tube. So we haven't answered the question yet, although we're very close. The question actually wants us to answer what the difference in the cost per milliliter is between the two tubes of toothpaste. So we need one last step. We're going to take the cost of our first tube of toothpaste per milliliter, and from it we will subtract the cost of our second tube toothpaste per milliliter. So we got 3 cents for every 1 milliliter of toothpaste. Take away 2 cents for every 1 milliliter of toothpaste sold or purchased, and the difference between those is 1 cent per milliliter. So your therefore statement would be the difference in cost per milliliter is 1 cent.